Alright, tutorial we're going to be going over Hornet, which is a small drone that we use for reconnaissance. So when you're trying to use the Hornet, go to Arsenal. Obviously pick whatever clothing item you're going to use to house it. Go to miscellaneous. You either enter in here, say hey, Hornet, and you'll see it pops up. I believe it's in one of the sections here. That's what the black Hornet looks like, and you can see I can carry 4 of them, and that's not even really a lot in terms of carry weight. So they're very useful when you're trying to do short range reconnaissance. You even do it in a pack. So let's say you're trying to do reconnaissance of an area, right, or an objective. Let's say you want to send out all 4 on one objective. You can get different angles. So it's very useful compared to being limited to only having like one AR-2 darter or a predator. But there are some drawbacks, and we'll go into that. Make sure you also bring a UAV terminal NATO. That's what's actually going to connect and allow you to control it. So we have those items. We're now going to go ahead and deploy it. There's a scroll wheel option for deploying, so I'm going to launch Black Hornet. And it will pretty much just kind of launch into the air there. Going to hover up and hover down, so obviously make sure you're not launching it into like trees or stuff above you. Now that I've done that, I need to connect a terminal. So I like the scroll wheel right here. Sometimes it'll appear, sometimes it won't. What I've seen works is I'll do the interaction item with it. I'll look at it, and then all of a sudden you see in the scroll wheel it says, it's kind of going back and forth, but it'll say like pick up Hornet or connect, whatever. Once I've done that, do the ace interaction and look at it. It gives me the option to do stuff with it. I'm going to go ahead and connect it to terminal UAV. Now I've connected it. I should have access to it when I open up my terminal. I'll take UAV controls. Flying it in third person, definitely not recommended. Very easy to crash. Even flying it in first person like this is, the controls are kind of wonky sometimes, like you see that. If you're not careful, if you normally used to fly an AR-2 darter, it's not as responsive. Very much more responsive with this model because of its size. So you need to keep that in mind if you're flying manual. You can fuck up really quickly by doing different things. Okay, I'm just going to put it on auto hover there, and I'm going to release controls. Put up back my UAV terminal. Like any other UAV, you can give it commands, tell it to go to different altitudes, stuff like that. Higher the altitude, the longer it takes. These are very small. The detection level is not as much as an AR-2 darter, so keep that in mind when you're planning where you want to put them, especially because these are going to be a bit closer to the target rather than AR-2 darter or predator, which is going to be a bit farther away. If I go into the gunner slot here, you can see there is a limit here on the T-pod. I think it's closer to about 180 degrees. But you can see it has same range, same capabilities in terms of thermal, night vision, regular, all of that. It has the IRST sensor, which is what you can see at the right hand corner, and fix onto different locations. You can turn a laser pointer on. Don't believe it can actually like laze in terms of calling in ordnance. It's just a pointer, as it says in the top here, laser pointer. So if you're trying to do like lasing targets, this is not the version you want to use. Use the darter. But for just simple ISR and reconnaissance, I mean, you can put a couple of these right out in the field, and it's very easy to use. Do note that if there's heavy winds when you're using it, that will really affect its flying, whether you're doing manual flying or automatic. Sound like any other controls, has all of the map slew controls. If you're out of the angle, it won't go, but if you're looking towards it, it will. You can mark the targets on the map, and colors, all of that. So that's how you use the Black Hornet, and that's the capabilities surrounding it.